Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend. Last we left off, Shu was going into his villainous monologue. But let's continue, shall we? So it cannot last very long outside of a host's body. In order to deliver it to the enemy, we would have had to send live carriers into their society and allowed it to spread via airborne infection. This proved troublesome. Sharon virus, in addition to being harmless to birds, is ill-equipped to establish itself in our bodies. Fujishiro Nageki, the original host, had a rare genetic condition which resulted in a slightly compromised immune system. In his body alone was Sharon able to safely reside. Alas, he refused to cooperate. You forced him to kill human prisoners! If it weren't for your experiments, he never would have killed himself! Indeed. It had not occurred to us that the tests of the strain's effects would harm his mental health. We expected that he would be glad of the chance to avenge himself on humanity, but sadly, it was not so, and we lost our sample. He's not a fucking sample, you douchebag! The project was put on indefinite hold with his death. But thankfully, we did not lose his corpse in its entirety. I preserved his remains, and have kept them to this day. I have been waiting for a new carrier to arrive. It sounds like this was a very labor-intensive project. Wasn't there a better way? Quite right. I digress a little, but there was a reason for our methods. It did not take me long to come up with a better plan. We need only compromise the subject's immune system, creating a compatibility like Fujishiro Nageki's. Compromise the immune system? They'd die! Indeed. Even if the subject were able to become a carrier for the Sharon virus, if they had died to some other infection, it would all be for naught. Which is why I was very careful with who I chose. I worked on the subject over time, slowly weakening his immune system. Who are you talking about? I suppose I should count myself lucky that I achieved my goal in only a year. You are an exemplary student, Mr. Kawara. I give you full marks. Full marks? My head hurts. Almost as if some strange creature is wriggling about deep inside my brain. Are you okay, Ryouta? Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. Hyoko came to the infirmary to see me. You have come this far. I'm sure you can answer this. What was it that you forgot? Everything is hazy. I think my stomach is acting up again. I drink the medicine Dr. Iwamina gives me and lie down, but my body still feels heavy. I'm tired. Are you okay, Ryouta? Yeah, I'm fine now. Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. Hyoko is reaching towards me. Want to go home? I'll walk you. Her hand stops. Hyoko falls to her knees, clutching her chest. Ryouta, I can't breathe. Oh, she can't breathe. This is bad. My mother said to get home early. Everything feels strange, almost like it's a dream. I need to go home. Goodbye, Hyoko. See you tomorrow. She fell down before my eyes, and then the experiment was a resounding success. Miss Tasaka displayed the archetypal symptoms of a human infected with Sharon virus and passed away. Once the virus is inside a human body, it shuts down the respiratory system in a matter of minutes. Technically speaking, it causes an overreaction of the immune system, which leads to widespread autopsis in the lungs. But more simply, apoptosis, rather. Any human who comes into contact with you will die. You see? You're lying. Ryouta and I were together since we were children. Of course, I only administered the live virus to you yesterday. All the things I've done to you over the past year have been in preparation for it. Do you recognize this? The Scarecrow's head? Yes. Alas, the body is now useless, but I shall tell you about Labor 9, the being you call the Scarecrow. It is one of the labor model new humans, developed by Dove Party researchers, but denounced as unethical. We birds have advanced quickly, but our physical capabilities are still far behind those of the human race. These new creatures were livestock, if you will, to compensate for that. The Labor series was a great step towards the beautiful ideal of coexistence with humans. With a human's head mounted inside an artificial body, they were durable and capable of difficult tasks. Of course, they never entered development, the project having been shut down early due to ethical complaints. However, I carried on the Dove Party's researchers' will and created this prototype to be my sidekick. We didn't want too many other people snooping around and disrupting your investigation, so I had it patrol the building. And now, the next question. What is inside this bag? A human's head? No. Close, but you have to be more specific. I believe we had Miss Tosaka's head sent to your classroom, but did you notice anything missing? Missing? When I found her in the box, I was too shocked to be looking for clues. I may as well have missed something. Wait, he doesn't mean Hyoko's brain? Well, that was disturbing. Correct. You do catch on quickly. Miss Tosaka did come to meet you quite frequently. Of course, having been placed in Labor 9, she has lost much of her personality. Then she's alive? But her body is gone. All that's left of is her brain. Can we still call that alive? Alive or not alive? I don't know anymore. Can you save her? That is a difficult question. We tend to think of there being a definite border between life and death, but it's really quite vague. Her personality still remained in this world up until a few minutes ago. But you gave poor Labor 9 quite a shock, shall we say. Alas, Miss Tosaka's brain is no doubt irreversibly damaged. The wonders of modern medicine can do nothing for her now, but sigh and shake their heads. Yesterday her body, and today her mind. You are a far more twisted villain than I could ever hope to be, Mr. Kawara. Hey, fuck you! I killed Hyoko. It was my fault all along. Why did it have to happen this way? This was all arranged for you. I had Labor 9, Mr. Sakazaki, and the headmaster help you along in your investigation. You are but one step from the end now. You must remember one more thing. What was it that you and Miss Tosaka told me long ago? Come, follow me. He holds out his wing. What lies beyond here? Hyoko is gone. The one who killed her was here from the beginning. I have nothing more to lose. You are obedient, Mr. Kawara. Wait! Textors Melodia Fotis! The demon spores are the thickest that way! You will not be able to return! That's right. The doctor is probably going to do something unspeakably horrible to you, Kawara. Come back! Thank you for bringing Mr. Kawara this far, you two. And now, goodbye. Oh dear. This looks bad. Do you suppose it's poison gas? This presence, mystic phantom, the avatar of my asthma! You do take everything in stride, don't you, Higure? Two humans lie in a twisted pile. They are Hyoko's parents. Oh. She said they work as mediators between birds and humans. They were trying to say something to the humans barricaded on the other side of the wall, but they received only bullets as a reply. The death of her parents became a signal. The birds surrounding the little house crossed the wall as one. I can hear gunfire from inside. I can hear humans and birds screaming. We could do nothing but stand outside and watch. And then the stranger came and spoke to us. Is there anything you desire? I will grant any wish for you. So tell me. I answered. I don't want these things to happen anymore. My wish is for a world where humans and birds no longer fight. Even if I die, I want there to be peace. And Hyoko continued. I agree. I would do anything to make Ryota's wish come true. The stranger nodded. It might not be possible right now, but one day I will make it happen. Huh? What's this? When we were children. That's right. That was you. That was the other thing you had forgotten. You have remembered, I see. 8 years ago, a number of humans barricaded themselves in a building not far from where we lived. Hyoko's parents were shot by the other humans, and many birds and humans were killed in the ensuing gunfight. Does this sound familiar? Well, go back a couple of videos and Nageki's recounting of his life experience will match up surprisingly well. And I met the doctor. I asked for a world in which humans and birds no longer fight. You and Miss Tasaka both said you would be glad to die to bring it about. And so I am carrying out your wish, just as you had stated it. Even symbiotic relationships are not free from strife. In order to end the wars between humans and the birds forever, one race would have to be completely destroyed, you see. Why did you choose me back then? Choose you? Why did I ask you what your wish was, you mean? I assure you, it was not a coincidence. I am not so bored as to wander around granting wishes willy-nilly. I, too, had made a promise to grant your wish. The preliminary test yesterday was a resounding success. We need only transfer the original lysosomes from Fujishiro Nageki to you, and everything will be in place. I have granted your wish, though I did make you jump through a few hoops, so you would remember your wish and understand my intentions. It would be the least you could do to at least acknowledge I have done for you. I don't care about anything now. Hyoko is gone. My wish has destroyed everything. Nothing good has ever happened. If this is what my life is to be like, I wish I had never been born. I don't want to see anything anymore. Do not be anxious. You have no will to resist, so soon you will forget it all. Good night, Mr. Kawara. My crimson breast senses danger. Talking will just make it worse, Higure. It seems to be leaking in quite slowly. I'm glad we have a little more time, but it is getting hard to breathe. Wallenstein, you coward! Come out and fight! Coo! Coo! Hold on just a little longer. We'll get you out of there. I will try to open the cage, Oko. You set the gas. Coo! Coo! Oko-san shall not fail! Okay. Much better. No one can say you slack off as student president, Shirogane. The Crimson Breast shall not forget this! Are you two alone? Where did Kawara go? Koo? Were you separated? Did Ryouta wander off and get lost? No, he didn't. He got carried off by the doctor. Carried off? Coo! Oh no! No doubt the doctor is making him drink nasty protein supplements as we speak! Or trying to kill him. If we do not act soon, the funeral song shall herald the coming of darkness! Why can you never speak in plain Japanese, miserable patron? He's saying that the doctor is planning to turn Kawara into a biological weapon. What? We can explain while we walk. Assuming I don't run out of breath. Very well, let us proceed. Kawara, are you still alive? Okay, now he's glowing red. Coo! Oko-san has a bad feeling about this. Ryouta is not normal. Miserable medical man, what have you done to him? Why, if it isn't the son of the noble Labelle family, what is one of your prestige doing here? Your pathetic jabs mean nothing to me. What have you done to Kawara? I have granted his wish. That is all. It is almost 10. The human forces are gathered above. Mr. Kawara must now return to the surface and begin the end of the human race. Kawara would wish for no such thing. He would never harm a human. Right, Kawara? I don't know that he is in a place to respond. It seems he is hesitant to agree with you. Bah! He has been swallowed by the demon spores. Our voices will not reach him! It is time for us to go. He has but little time left in this world, and he cannot afford to waste any of it. He has but little time? What does this mean? His duty is now to fly about the world, spreading the seeds of throughout all of disease throughout all of humanity. It will be a feat impossible for any normal rock dove. Of course, he will be shot at as well. If he were to fall from his wounds, he would die before completing his task. Coo! Do not fear! Oko-san will stop Ryouta here and now! Damn! Coo! There he goes. Mr. Kawara has traded his free will for normally impossible physical tenacity. He's been brainwashed? We have to stop him and bring him back to his senses before he reaches the surface. But Oko is stronger than any of us, and he was sent flying just like that. How can we keep him here? Kawara is very strong but lacks control right now, right? Interesting. We're gonna have to find out where he's going with this train of thought on the next installment of Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend. Hope to see you then!